Hello Rovers, I didn't talk about echoes and weapons in the previous chapter because I believe these deserve a chapter to themselves, especially echoes since there is quite a bit to cover. So welcome to chapter 2, Weapons and Echoes. Let's talk about the weapons first. There are 5 types of weapon in Wuwa currently. Sword, broad blade, rectifier, gun, and gauntlets. Each resonator can only equip one type of weapon. Usually, you wanna keep one copy of the weapon with blue rarity and above if possible. What do you do with the other copies? You can use 4 other copies of the same weapon to upgrade the weapon's passive to rank 5. At UL 45, you are given the option to choose a free 5-star standard weapon. These are the 5 weapons to choose from. If you're clueless on which weapon to choose at the start, I'd say go for either the sword or gun. These 2 weapons offer the crit rate stat, which is more valuable than attack since crit rate stats are harder to get. Thus, the 5-star sword, Emerald of Genesis, is in my opinion the best weapon to choose because there are many resonators who can also use the sword. The second best weapon is the 5-star gun Static Miss, though fewer resonators will be able to benefit from this weapon. If your DPS resonator does not use sword or guns, just pick a weapon that matches their type. Now, Now, let's talk about echoes. Like weapons, echoes play a big part on how well your character performs, so it's important to build them properly. Echo cost. When equipping echoes, you'll notice a cost counter at the top left of your screen. This limits the total cost of echoes you can equip. For example, my cost limit is 12, so that means I can equip 3 of these 4 cost echoes, or 4 of these 3 cost echoes, just like what I've done over here. 3 4 cost echoes, and 4 3 cost echoes. Since there are only 5 slots, I can't just spam 12 1 cost echoes, though it'd be quite the sight to see. You will have a 10 cost limit at the start. This can be raised to 12 by leveling your data bank to level 9. How to level your data bank quickly. Fight every enemy you see and collect their echoes. During your exploration, you may have encountered enemies with red auras. They are raid elites and defeating them guarantees an echo drop. It's the fastest way to fast track your data bank level. Fighting them is optional though, so if you're not confident, you can leave them alone and come back later when you're stronger. Claim milestones. The first 6 phases give data bank EXP. Do keep in mind that your union level affects the data bank level cap. For example, union level 40 unlocks data bank levels 18 to 20. 21 and above is unlocked at union level 50. I would recommend rushing data bank level 20 to have a higher chance of gold echo drops while echo farming. Echo configurations. You might hear people mention 43311 or 44111 in their guide videos. These are echo setups referring to cost slots. The 4 cost goes to the first slot, which is also the main slot. 3 cost goes to second and third slot, and 1 cost for the last 2 slots. The reason why you want to have a 4 cost in your main echo slot is because they provide powerful buffs and abilities. Also, you should just use the 43311 configuration. Last time, the 44111 was viable early game since 3 costs were difficult to farm. Now that it's way easier to reach data bank 20, I feel that the 44111 build is no longer as relevant. More importantly, if you see events or shops offering malleable echoes, you should get those immediately. Getting a 5-star echo and maxing them out will allow you to beat up many enemies easily in the early game. A Sonata set refers to a set of echoes. The more echoes you equip from the same set, the more set buffs you activate. There are 2 buffs available per set. One is the 2-piece set and the other is the 5-piece set. There are 2 important things to note when trying to activate these buffs. So number 1 is that some echoes belong to multiple Sonata sets. For example, the Glacial Prism. This one belongs to the Moonlit Clouds. This one belongs to the Havoc Eclipse. And this one belongs to Freezing Frost. So you should use the Sonata set filter, which is this one, to equip your echoes. so that you avoid equipping echoes of the same, similar looking echoes, but they are of different sets. Number 2, you should not equip duplicate echoes. So for example, if I want to equip, let's say, the flower, my next echo cannot be the flower. Same echoes will not be counted towards the sonata effect. And that wraps up this chapter. Hopefully, you have a better idea of what to do with weapons and echoes. TLDR, for weapons, always keep at least one of each weapon type, blue rarity and above. At UL 45, go for the 5-star standard sword or gun if you're unsure which 5-star to pick. For echoes, just upgrade your data bank level and you'll be good. The 43311 is the best echo setup. And remember to get malleable echoes whenever available. They make early game progression way easier. That said, we've only scratched the surface of echoes. In the next chapter, I'll break down echo farming and how I enhance them to get these beautiful stats. The things we cover next time will be crucial to your gameplay, even in the late game. So if you want to fine tune your stats, stay tuned. Happy gaming Rovers, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.